Hank, hey, you're up bright and early. What brings you by?
These. Have you seen the headlines?
No, I just woke up.
Teresa confessed to murdering Julian.
I know.
You do? How? When did this happen? What the hell's going on?
Come in. I'm making some coffee.
Luis has been crashing at my place ever since the fire at his house, but he didn't come home last night. This got to be killing him. I was hoping maybe you'd heard from him, know where he might be.
I do.
Where is he?
Luis stayed here last night. With me.
Really?
Yeah, he's still sleeping.
Well, that's great, Beth. I'm happy for you, too.
Thanks.
It's got to be hard on him. His sister confessing.
Well, yeah, but he's certain that she's innocent.
He's going to need you now more than ever, Beth.
And I'm going to be here for him, no matter what. But
what?
Well, even though Luis stayed here last night, even though we made love, I know he still has Sheridan on his mind.
Sheridan, wait! Sheridan! Sheridan, stop! Sheridan! Come back, Sheridan. Come back. Morning, sleepyhead.
Good morning.
It's a beautiful morning.
That wasn't just a wonderful dream.
No, that was very real. I was watching you sleep. You were smiling.
Of course I was. After having such a wonderfully romantic night, beautiful dreams, why wouldn't I be? What about you? How'd you sleep?
I slept with you in my arms all night. Got to wake up to your pretty face. I think that's what they call bliss.
Bliss.
Remind me to get a new alarm clock.
Yeah. Back to reality.
Well, I better get in the shower. I promised Liz I would help with the breakfast shift.
Liz is not gonna mind if you're a little late.
Teresa.
I'm home.
It's time for good.
I don't have to go to prison or worse. I mean, the judge, he set me free.
My darling, I love you so much.
I love you, too.
Look, I never would allow them to put you in prison. I want you to know that.
Yes.
No, I would have stopped it from happening by coming forward with the truth.
I don't want you ever to mention that again, okay? Because it's over now, and we are both safe.
I know you confessed to protect me, but how did you find out? I mean, how did you know I was the one who killed Julian?
I saw the tape. The one that the surveillance camera took in the cannery. It showed you firing a gun at Julian, killing him.
A tape?
I know you would never have done that if it weren't for what he did to me. He did it for me.
But knowing what I did, you still confessed?
I couldn't take the chance of anyone discovering the truth. I couldn't risk you going to prison, to your death. I had to protect you, Ethan. I love you.
I love you too. You mean everything to me.
We couldn't have gotten better headlines if we'd written them ourselves, Rebecca. Everything is going exactly the way you said it would. Your plan is brilliant. The phones have been ringing all morning. Reporters wanting interviews. Katie Couric called. That's how enormous this is. No suspicions. With the exception of Ethan and Teresa's family and friends, everyone else is convinced she killed him. Yes, when she saw the tape you doctored, she thought Ethan had killed Julian for her. What an ego. And she immediately had to confess to save the man she loved. I have to hand it to you, Rebecca. You were right on every count. This is a perfect way to get rid of Teresa. She'll be executed and out of our lives for good.
Sheridan, stop! Come back! Sheridan! Sheridan!
Sheridan. Sheridan. It's just a dream. It felt so real. Felt like Sheridan was still alive.
Well, Diana, get those feet moving. Work away.
Looks like things have changed between you and Diana.
Yeah. Yeah, we've taken the next step in our relationship.
I see.
I've never felt about anyone like the way I feel about Diana, Liz.
It couldn't happen to a nicer guy.
So, is there anything on the schedule for me this morning, or?
Oh, nothing, not yet. But a guest checked in last night, and he asked about charters, so maybe later he'll want to go out.
There's somebody else here. The guy from my past that I told you about in Bermuda. The reason that Diana and I had to leave so fast.
He's on St. Lisa's?
Yeah. I ran into him last night.
Brian, if he followed you here, don't you think that means trouble?
Not for me. He said he's here for somebody else. He said someone owes him money, and he came to collect it.
Do you know who that is?
No. No, I don't. But whoever it is, I feel sorry for him. Nick is ruthless.
Morning, sir. Coffee to start?
I love some coffee.
Something wrong?
No. No, not at all. It's just, in the sunlight, you look so familiar.
In the sunlight?
Yeah, I know I've seen you before.
Sorry, I can't recall ever seeing you.
I just got here.
Oh, really? From where? I was just there. Maybe you saw me.
No, it wasn't there. It was definitely somewhere else. I just can't place it. But I could swear I know you.
Teresa, I want to tell you something.
Yeah.
I've come to realize how incredibly deep my love is for you. And for you to make such a sacrifice for me, it shows me how committed you are to our relationship.
It means everything to me.
And That's why I want to put the past behind us and start fresh.
I want that too. I mean, more than anything. This has been such a wonderful day. It's all working out perfectly. I have you back in my life. And I'm free. I'm free. Free.
Teresa.
Free.
Teresa.
What?
Come on, it's time to get up.
Whit, I had the most wonderful dream.
You were saying that you were free.
Yes. Yes, that was part of my dream. I will be free. Wait, I will be free. It's going to be okay.
Well, it's definitely time to come back from Never Never Land and get a dose of reality. You're on the front page of every single newspaper. That's pretty much what I said, plus a couple choice words that I don't usually use.
Oh, my God, I wonder if Ethan has seen these.
Well, how could Ethan miss this? Besides, he's the least of your worries, Teresa. This entire estate is surrounded by reporters who are ready to eat you alive. I mean, are you finally seeing how serious this is?
Yes, Whitney.
You confessed to murdering Julian Crane. They don't just let murderers go free. That's not how it works. Murder is a capital crime, and you're headed straight to prison or even worse, execution. You know, I can't eat or sleep. All I can do is worry about what's going to happen to you with all this.
I don't want you to worry,
Well,
okay?
I want you to stop living in this fantasy world that you've created for yourself. Don't you realize everything is not going to be fine? You confessed to murder, Teresa. You could go to jail for the rest of your life. You could die.
No, Alistair, they won't let me die, okay? I am carrying Julian's child, okay? Alistair's grandchild.
This is the law we're talking about, Teresa.
He will use his influence to get me off.
The Cranes may be rich, but they can't control what goes on in the courtroom.
You'll see, Whitney.
This is just more of your fantasy.
No, seriously, Alistair doesn't want negative publicity to soil the Crane name.
Julian was his son. You confessed to killing him.
It's all gonna work out.
I don't know why you're doing this. I know that you didn't kill Julian. You are capable of a lot of crazy things, but murder is not one of them.
Whitney, I am responsible for Julian's murder, and I have to do what is right.
You know, I thought I was supposed to be your best friend. We've known each other our whole lives, and just tell me what's really going on here.
Don't worry, okay? I am gonna be fine.
I can't believe you're doing this.
Look, why don't you go downstairs and grab yourself a cup of coffee, and as soon as I get dressed, I will be right there.
I don't know what to do. How am I supposed to help you if you won't tell me the truth?
It's gonna be all right, Whitney. But there's nothing that you can do. I have to handle this on my own. I can never tell you the truth, Whitney. No one can ever know that Ethan killed Julian. I have to protect him. No matter what the cost.
Ethan, why is Teresa doing this? Who could she be trying to protect?
Well, I mean, logic would say that it would be either you or Luis, someone in her family.
Well, neither one of us killed Julian. And Luis confessed in order to protect Teresa.
So did you.
I know. The idea of my daughter being... Well, it's just too horrible to think about.
Who could she be covering for?
I don't know. Aside from her family, you are the only one she cares that much about, Ethan.
Look, I swear to you, Pilar, I did not kill Julian. And if I did, I would not let Teresa take the blame.
I know. I know you wouldn't. The only people who would stand to gain from all of this are Ivy and Rebecca.
Well, there's no way in hell Teresa would confess to protect them. Now, my mother and Rebecca can't have had anything to do with this.
Yes, I agree. The sooner Teresa is sentenced, the better it is for us. What do you mean we should do something to help it along? How? Ethan has brought in Davis to help Teresa, and he's certainly not going to go for it. We can't exactly talk to the judge. That would be a bit transparent. How on earth are we going to get Teresa to push for it? She knows the longer they postpone sentencing, the better it is for her. Oh, Rebecca, you are wicked. Bless your evil little heart. Yes, I'll get to work on Teresa right away. And with any luck, by the time you get back from the Big Apple, Teresa will be sentenced to death.
I better put these away before Luis wakes up.
Good idea. Oh, he's coming. Here.
Good morning.
Morning. Hey, Hank.
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Why didn't you wake me?
I wanted to let you sleep in.
Yeah, well, I got a lot of things to do.
I know, but you didn't sleep well last night.
Well, of course not. Not with everything that's going on with Teresa. So, Hank, what are you doing here?
Well, you didn't come back to the place last night, and I heard about Teresa. I figured you'd use an old buddy to talk to. So I came to ask Beth if she knew where you were at.
Oh, thanks.
I can't believe Teresa killed Julian.
Well, of course she didn't. Teresa's not a killer, Hank.
No, of course not.
Right. I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get her out of this mess.
It makes no sense, Ethan. Why is Teresa doing this?
I wish I knew.
I mean, to put her life on the line like this. And for what?
I'm going to find out, Pilar. I'm not going to stop until I do. It's just, I need more time. I mean, Teresa's sentencing shouldn't be for a while yet, so I should be able to get to the bottom of this.
You have to, Ethan. Her life depends on it.
Well, the first thing we have to do is try to convince a judge that Teresa's confession was completely fabricated. It was neither valid or legal in any way.
How do you think you can do that?
Well, that's what I'm putting together now. We need psychiatrist reports saying that Teresa was still suffering from the trauma of what Julian did to her, and that when she confessed, she didn't know what she was saying.
Well, God knows that's true.
Or that because of her pregnancy, her hormones were so imbalanced, she didn't know what she was saying when she confessed. But, look, there are plenty of psychiatric reasons. We just need to find one that will hold.
We have to find the strongest one, Ethan.
That's why I'm looking at precedents. I'm looking for cases where confessions have been thrown out. Hopefully we'll have enough time to try to convince Teresa to take back her confession.
Well, that would be best, Ethan.
But the longer we have until the sentencing, the better.
How long do you think it will actually take?
I don't know exactly. I mean, the courts are backlogged, so it could be months. But don't worry, Pilar. I'm going to find a way to get Teresa out of this. I know she didn't do it.
Ivy, have you seen Whitney?
No, I'm sorry.
Teresa, don't go. Stay. Have a cup of coffee. There's decaf, I believe. Stay? So you can gloat? Rub it in my face?
No, not at all. In fact, of all the people in the world, Teresa, I probably understand what you did best.
Oh? How so?
Oh, you forget, Teresa. I was married to Julian for over 25 years. And I can't tell you how many times I wanted to kill the man myself. He was damnable. He was a selfish, callous lout. And quite frankly, just between us, I'm glad you got rid of him. No one deserved it more.
He was a pig.
Just look at how he treated Ethan. He turned his back on a boy he'd raised as his own son, just walked away from him.
He was a cold-hearted bastard.
Well, At least you're out on bail. Although I know that this pre-sentencing period, it must be brutal on you, the waiting, the not knowing. You know, Ethan's in the library right now, trying to find a way to get you off.
He is?
My son is driven to help you, Teresa. He's determined to keep you from going to prison or death. He's consumed with it beyond reason.
Ethan.
I know he cares for you, Teresa. I know that, but it's like something else is driving him.
Really? What?
I don't know. I don't know, but I do know that the longer this takes, the longer it takes to sentence you, the worse it's going to get. And these days, sentencing seem to take forever. Too much crime, too few judges, I suppose, but Ethan's gonna have all that time to think about it and dwell on it the way he does. And I'm afraid if he doesn't have any luck building a case for you, that he might do something desperate, something that could put him at great personal risk, you know? The way he feels about you, he might just confess to killing Julian himself.
No, No.
You got me worried, Brian.
Well, don't be.
Brian, you told me about this guy from your past.
Nick.
Nick, right, who blamed you for stopping a scam he was trying to run a few years back. You said you were afraid that he would try to hurt you or Diana. I mean, that's why you had me fly over to Bermuda and bring the two of you back here. Now, why aren't you worried that he'd try something now?
Because I've got my radar out. I know Nick. I know how he operates. Yeah, he's bad news and I don't trust him, but he had a chance to kill me. And he didn't do anything.
Why, because of the other guy who owes him?
Yeah. Yeah, he's going to take care of that business first.
Brian, and then he's going to come after you.
Look, I'm no fool. I just said I have my radar out. When I see him go across the screen, he's going to be the one that's going to be in trouble. Look, I'm not going to let myself get hurt. And he's not going to go anywhere near Diana. I promise you that.
You're really serious about her, aren't you?
Yeah. Liz, it's amazing. I mean, it's like we were meant to be together. Now, in the past.
In the past? What do you mean?
We were together in a past life. And, we were on the Titanic together.
Brian, what are you saying?
I know. I didn't believe in that stuff when we were talking about it before, but it happened. We even had kids together.
Past life.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and we found out that one of our sons, he lived in Bermuda. And we went over there, and we tried to find him, but when we got there, we found out that he just recently passed away.
You actually found all that out?
Yeah. Yeah. And I know, it's crazy. But this is more than coincidence. This is destiny. I mean, that's why when I first met Diana, it's like I'd known her all my life. It wasn't the first time I'd met her.
So you feel like you and Diana are destined to be together?
I don't know where we're headed, Liz. But I do know that I feel like we're building something, a good, solid relationship.
You hesitated before you answered. Is there something that you think could stop you and Diana from having a future?
The only thing that I can think of is that if she finds out who she really is, I just don't know that I would be a part of that life.
I'm sure I know you from someplace.
Do you have any idea where?
No. But I've seen you, I'm certain of that. I mean, maybe it could have been I met you before, or, I mean, do I look familiar to you?
No, but then again, nobody does.
Excuse me?
No, except for the people I've met in the last few months. I have amnesia.
For real?
Yeah, I can't remember who I am or where I came from. In fact, you are the first person who's thought they even recognized me. I mean, that's why if you could just remember anything, I mean, just something, it might give me a clue to my identity.
I'll try. I mean, I have a feeling it was a long time ago. A couple of years. But every time I look at you, I think of Europe. London, maybe Paris. You recall ever being there?
No.
You know what? I'm almost certain that's where I know you from. But I just can't put it together how we met or who you are.
Well.
Hey, not to worry. I don't forget a face. He'll come back to me.
Yeah, well, whatever needs doing, I'm right there with you. You know that.
Yeah, you're a good friend. What are these?
Oh, no, nothing. Just old papers.
Yeah, well, I didn't see him here last night.
No? Well, I don't know.
Beth? Now look at them, please.
No. I don't think you should.
How can they do this? Worried about Teresa and Ethan. We're getting pregnant with Julian. It's just a bunch of sleaze.
I'm so sorry.
And it's all out of context. They just write whatever the hell they want. It doesn't matter who gets hurt.
Yeah, whatever sells papers,
Yeah, but
no?
this is dangerous. And these headlines, they make it look like Teresa really did it.
That's why I didn't want you to see them.
No, I bet it's all over the radio and TV, too. The media's already condemned Teresa, and now the whole world thinks that she killed Julian Crane.
You're doing so much for my Teresa, Ethan. How can I ever thank you?
Flora, you don't have to thank me, all right? You're like a second mother to me. And I hate seeing what this is doing to you.
What you're doing, it means more than I can say. I know Teresa hurt you deeply. That much has happened between you that cannot be repaired.
Flora, I care about Teresa no matter what. I don't want anything bad to happen to her.
Mrs. Lopez Fitzgerald, I've been looking all over the house for you.
Whitney, what's the matter?
I'm just a wreck. You know, I'm really, really worried about Teresa.
Yes, we are. Come, sweetie, sit down. Ethan is trying to have Teresa's confession thrown out, made invalid. He's working on it right now.
Well, do you really think that could work?
Yes, I do. It's not something I can do overnight. It's going to take time. However, with the courts on case overload, I think we'll have the time.
No, Ethan can't confess.
Well, as his mother, I certainly hope he wouldn't. But you know Ethan. You know how he is, how noble he is. I'm afraid he's going to let his emotions get the best of him and make a decision that could affect his entire life, even lose his life.
No.
If this drags on and on, who knows how far Ethan will go? What personal risks he'll take to protect you.
No.
No, he might confess, Teresa.
No, stop saying that, Ivy.
I'm sorry, Teresa. It's just I know that Ethan is overwrought right now. I mean, if you were to be sentenced right away, well, then Ethan, you know, might not be able to think things through the way he always does. Make a decision he normally wouldn't make. Things would have progressed too quickly. There simply wouldn't be time. Oh, well, there's nothing we can do about that, is there? Ethan's going to do what Ethan's going to do. And I just hope and pray that he doesn't do anything too foolish. We'll speak later, Teresa.
What if Ethan does confess? I mean, what if he admits that he killed Julian to protect me? No, I can't let that happen. I've got to do something.
Teresa was just always his dreamer. Just romantic. You know, she had this crazy idea that fate was gonna bring her everything that she dreamed of. And now it...
Okay.
I know how difficult this is for you. Okay, but everything is going to work out. I'm sure of it.
Yeah.
And look, you don't have to face any of this alone, okay? Because I'm here for you.
I know. Thank you.
So do you want some breakfast?
I don't want you to go to any trouble.
No, it's no trouble. I have to make breakfast for my mom anyway. Hank, hey, do you want to stay and eat with us?
Have you ever known me to turn down a meal?
Come to think of it, no.
Well.
Never.
It's good to see you and Beth together again.
Yeah. Yep. She's great.
But you're still thinking about Sheridan.
I had this dream about her last night. And then again this morning, Hank, the dream was so real. Hank, it was like she was alive. And well, it just made me think that she's out there somewhere.
You know, I don't mean to pressure you, but if you could remember something, any little thing, it would mean so much.
I'm not giving up. I never do. No, it'll come to me. I'll put it together and I'll remember where I know you're from.
This could be the breakthrough that I've been waiting for. When I've tried so hard on my own, picturing myself in different places, different situations, anything that would spark a memory.
Nothing, huh?
Just little things here or there, but nothing that helps me remember who I am.
You know, when you talk, I could tell you're well educated.
I seem to have knowledge of things, the world, just not of myself. I've been praying for someone who might recognize me.
Hey, wait, something's coming to me.
What?
I've seen you in diamonds, in a ball gown. That's it. That's it for now, though. I mean, but I'm positive we met. It'll all come back. Don't worry.
I can't wait to tell Brian. He's my friend. I want you to meet him. He is going to be so excited for me.
I don't think Brian's going to be as excited as you think, honey.
The only thing that could come between Diana and me is if she finds out who she really is. And that somehow I may not fit into that new life of hers. But I don't see that happening.
You won't believe this. I was just waiting on a man who says that he recognizes me.
What?
He says that we've met before, but he's just trying to remember where. Brian, this could be it. I could finally find out who I am.
Mr. Davis.
I can't believe what I had to go through just to get in here. It's a mob scene out there. There's reporters, TV cameras.
I know the phones haven't stopped ringing, so we finally shut them off.
Teresa, I got your message.
I'm glad you're here. I have some things I want to go over with you.
Davis, what's going on?
Well, actually, I came to speak with Teresa. Maybe we should just go in the library.
No, it's all right. You can talk in front of everyone.
You sure?
Yes.
All right. Well, I spoke with the court this morning, and Teresa's sentencing hearing has been set.
It was so real. You know, it was like I was living it, Hank.
But it was a dream.
I know. But it was like Sheridan was alive. You know, like she was right here. I know that can't be. I know that's impossible, that Sheridan isn't alive, right?
No, she isn't.
Right.
You've got a beautiful girl right here who's over the moon in love with you. I'm just happy you're moving forward with your life. With Beth.
No. Beth is a wonderful woman, and I really care about her, Hank.
I feel a butt coming.
No, it's... No, it's just that... Well, what if Sheridan could come back, you know? Right, what am I saying? That can't happen. Sheridan's gone. Things like that don't happen, right? Especially to me. Right now, I've just got to focus my energy on getting Teresa out of this mess. Sheridan's gone. She's gone forever. She's not coming back.
He's right over here. It's just the idea of someone who might be able to tell me who I am.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Here's the man I was telling you about. He says that he's going to try really hard.
I want you to stay away from him.
What?
I don't want you to go anywhere near him.
Why? He might be able to tell me who I am.
No, I don't want you to listen to a word that that bastard has to say, okay? Come on, let's go.
What?
I can smell it. It's gonna be big trouble.
Your sentencing date has been set, Teresa.
So how much time are we looking at, Davis? 3 months, 6 months, what?
No, I'm afraid that's not the date we got.
Great, then we'll have more time. I mean, the more time, better for Teresa.
No, I'm afraid it's going to be sooner, Ethan.
Sooner?
We don't have much time.
Oh, I mean, what are we looking at here? A month? A couple of weeks?
Teresa's sentencing hearing has been set for today.
No.
This very afternoon.